The Mahoning Valley Daily Podcast.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Friday edition of the Mahoning Valley Daily Podcast. It is the 17th of September, and I am Ron Cabuno. Thank you very much for tuning in. So, fall technically starts in the middle of next week, which means if you find yourself inside this weekend when you should be doing something outside, stop, put it away, go do something outside instead. These days are going to get a lot shorter real soon, and you're going to be wishing that you had. So, dig that thing up in the yard, move that thing around next to the shed, take that walk or that bike ride, whatever it is, go out and do it while you can. It's supposed to be fantastic weather this weekend. Speaking of fantastic weather and regrets, Judas Priest is coming to the Covelli Center. That's a joke. Anyways, it's only a joke because it should be outdoors, but, they planned it inside because of the date and also because it's been postponed over a year. So whoever's been waiting that long to go see these kings of metal, I wish you a happy time. Be safe. I don't know if they're checking for vaccine passports at the gate, but just do what you can to be safe. Get out of there with your respiratory tract intact and have a good time. Sad story out of the state of Indiana. Apparently, an interstate rivalry just won't be the same this time around, as the Purdue Boilermakers are not able to bring their giant effing drum into Notre Dame Stadium this week when they play each other. They haven't played each other since Notre Dame had some renovations done to the stadium, and I guess the visitors' tunnel is smaller now, and Purdue's drum is 10 feet tall and comes out on a wagon or something that weighs 500 pounds. World's largest bass drum will not be in attendance this weekend, so if you notice that the treble's a little bit off, if you're watching that one on TV, that's why. And now we get to, I know, boring politics, right? But this one is, it's about being fair. It's about how fair do you care our elected officials are being? And this one happens to deal with the redistricting map that was proposed by the Republican supermajority just yesterday, I believe, or Wednesday. And it didn't go over very well. And you can tell because Mike DeWine, who is a Republican himself, had this to say on the matter. He said, "I'm sure in my heart that this committee could have come up with a bill that is much more clearly constitutional, and I'm sorry we did not do that." So right out the gate, you have someone of the party saying that this is blatantly unconstitutional. It is protecting incumbents. It is slicing into certain populations and trying to divide them and water down their influence. You might be able to figure out which populations that those are. Perfect example is the town of Trotwood. So this is in Montgomery County, and it's a county that voted 50 to 48 Biden over Trump in the last election. But with the Republican map, it would give Republicans 4 seats and the Democrats 1 in terms of districts. So you can see that it is not keeping with the spirit of the law or the constituency in terms of allocating those districts. It seems like this is going to be contested in the courts, and the Ohio Supreme Court will hear a number of challenges to it, so we'll see how this one shakes out in the weeks to come. But the real bombshell yesterday in the news was Anthony Gonzalez, the former Ohio State wide receiving standout and current United States representative in Northeast Ohio, saying he is not going to run for his seat in the next cycle. He is one of 10 Republicans who voted to impeach Donald Trump, and he has been feeling the heat ever since. So you can see right here, this is just one more person, a qualified individual who is being driven from government by the radicalization that you are seeing in the Republican Party. So he did not pass the litmus test, which means he is an unwelcome man currently, essentially. So this is one guy who is saying, you might be able to stomach the change that's going on, but I can't. I got to get out. This started probably most famously with Jeff Flake and Bob Corker in the Senate, like back in 2018. These are people who could have stayed and could have fought the tide, but they decided, nah, it's time to get out. I see what's coming, and it's a bit much for me to handle. All I'm saying is that it's unfortunate. So watch the reaction from Donald Trump. I'm sure he's going to be extremely happy about this because nobody can disagree with the man. You're simply not allowed to. On that cheerful note, let's get out of here. Why don't you go enjoy yourself and, like I said, have a fun last weekend of summer. Go check out some Friday Night Light football if your game didn't happen to get canceled by some kind of COVID quarantine crackdown. And please be safe, and we'll see you on Monday.